I'm exhausted. I don't know about you guys, but I am exhausted with this world. The way women are really just showing themselves right now. They're really showing themselves, and it's just it's really sad. I'm so curious to know how his channel is now. It's been so long. Wow.
Today's question is, can I analyze the case of CARLEE Russell? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing by this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this.
Listen, if she lied like on some serious stuff, if this is like all a hoax and she seriously lied, I really think it's warranted for prison time. I know some people are in the comments saying jail. No, this is prison.
You're not going to jail. You're going to prison.
Because it's the juice. And if you don't have the juice, you don't have it. So if you don't have the juice, you can't capitalize.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That bit fire. Yeah, she kinda.
Welcome back to the channel. Still cried when I woke up. Still having panic attacks. And as you can tell by my voice, I sound like I'm dying, right? But I felt good enough to at least get on camera, so that's good. That's positive. We're here for that. Now, before we hop into this video, let me just first say this. I have not been on Dr. Todd Grande. That's his name, right? I have not been on his channel since 2 years. Whatever video I have up on my channel from the last time I've reacted to him, that is how long it's been. So it's been a really long time, but I know that a lot of people comment on that video as well as the other one where that woman was basically kind of coming for him and his entire practice. So we're gonna hop into what he feels about this CARLEE Russell situation. Now let me just tell you this, you guys. I was just randomly minding my business trying to catch up with what the hell was going on in the world. And actually, before we hop into CARLEE Russell, I was actually seeing what was going on with the 1,000-Pound Sisters. And tell me why I saw this. Tell me why I am watching and all I see is past tense. I don't even know how to explain this. So basically, the episode was before he died, but the captions stated that he was dead. The way they wrote it too was just, it was just so rude. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So CARLEE Russell, when I first came across a video about it, I didn't see her picture at first. All I read was CARLEE Russell, and I was just like, oh no, something's done happened, everybody's on this. And then when I found out that it was a black woman, I was like, oh my gosh, wait, I'm confused. I'm gonna be honest, I was very much confused. I was like, wait, why are they concerned? Don't they normally not care when black women are missing? Don't they normally not care when black women are killed? Don't they normally not care when black women are hurt? That's what I was assuming. So anyways, I was very much just like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. And I kept it pushing. And let me tell you why. My gut was just telling me something about this entire situation was just fishy to me. Like nothing really made sense. I was like, well, what do they mean? She just found a toddler on the road or a child on the road, and then that was it. And then she ended up abducted. Like I just needed more information before I got emotionally invested, because let's be honest, the news these days and just everything that's going on in the world, it will very much get you emotionally invested if you are not just emotionally, there. So I was just like, let me not even get down this, because at the same time, I need to take care of my damn self before I'm over here worried about this. Now that they are now let me not say crowned, but let's be real. Now that they are now crowning her as the female Jussie Smollett, that's his name, right? I just don't understand people who feel the need to lie on this sort of level. I mean, I'm just. And I mean, I guess there's some people trying to say like, oh, well, she supposedly didn't lie. They're still investigating. They're still trying to figure it out. But for me, it's just like, what was the point? What was the point? Where were we going? Where were we going? Where did you think we were going to land? You know what I mean? And then she looked up taken before all of this happened. I am just really unbelievably terrified of this world. I mean, and then you had that one teacher, I think she was like 42 years old, and she got caught having sex with a 15-year-old boy. The way women are really just showing themselves right now. They're really showing themselves, and it's just, it's really sad. It's honestly so sad. But at the same time, I just don't think gender has anything to do with it. I think that we just live in a world that has just been so misogynistic for so long that people really assume that women ain't out here doing crazy things. And the same with men, like, to each their own. It's just, they're humans, like we just need to start looking at people as humans instead of the color, where they're raised, what their family is. I mean, we got Hunter Biden doing all kinds of stuff. We got cocaine in the White House. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on. So it's just like, I am so curious to know and understand how people are feeling right now, because for me, I'm exhausted. I don't know about you guys, but I am exhausted with this world. And if you're not exhausted, explain to me what you're doing. Tell me what you're doing down below. Give me some tips because I'm literally exhausted. Before I even hit the record button on this camera, I was feeling a little lightheaded and I was just like, wait, no, I was feeling so good a second ago. Let me hurry up and film this video because I just really do not need to black out or faint right now. Like I don't have time for that right now. I need to get to this damn coffee shop before it closes and I'm starving. So I'm excited to do that. So with that being said, let's see what Dr. Todd Grande has to say about Miss CARLEE Russell. Is that a black name to y'all? You know what? Let me shut up. CARLEE Russell is her name, okay? And she's a nursing student. I really don't know too much about her other than this girl lied and really had people worried and scared for no reason. I mean,
Oh, my bad. I just believed what you said because I thought you meant what you said when you said it to me. That's why I believed it. I guess not.
that's just the complete gist that I've been getting. So, and also before I start this, does Dr. Todd Grande still do like jokes and stuff? I'm so curious to know how his channel is now. It's been so long. Wow.
Today's question is, can I analyze the case of CARLEE Russell? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing by this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider
Everything is different. The background is different. Wow, I haven't been here in a minute.
supporting me on Patreon. I will put the link to Patreon in the description for this video.
Okay.
First, I'll look at the background of this case. It's quite brief. Move to the timeline of the incident, then offer my analysis. In 2023, 25-year-old Carlethea Nicole
And she's
Russell
gorgeous.
was a nursing student who lived with her parents in Hoover, Alabama. She went by the name CARLEE. The city of Hoover is about 10 miles south
She
of Birmingham.
went by the name.
CARLEE had a bachelor's degree in psychology.
Oh,
Now
in
moving to the timeline of the
psychology?
incident. On Thursday, July 13,
wow.
2023, at about 8:20 p.m., CARLEE Russell left her part-time job at the Woodhouse Day Spa in Birmingham. She stopped at a Mediterranean cafe about 4 miles away
I love
to pick up food for
Mediterranean
herself
food.
and for her mother. CARLEE departed for home around 9 p.m. in her red Mercedes-Benz. She was driving south on Interstate
Not the red Mercedes Benz, because you know I didn't know what she was driving. Thanks for letting us know.
459. At 9:34
Screaming.
p.m., she pulled over near mile marker 11, right before exit 10, and
Okay.
called 911 to report
Okay.
a boy walking alone on the side of the interstate.
Okay.
She said the boy was about 3 or 4 years old and wearing a white t-shirt and a diaper. CARLEE's 911.
Okay, wait, what if she didn't actually see a child, but she thought she saw a child, but the child wasn't actually there? Is this going to turn into like a mental health case? Because for me, I understand that a lot of the people in those psychology classes were trying to depict and decode and dissect the things that they've gone through in their own lives, as well as their family situations, love situations, psychopaths, narcissistic parents, all these things. So anytime somebody is double-minded in psychology like myself or has a bachelor's degree in psychology, I'm always just like, oh, so what got you into that? You know what I mean? Because I feel like there has to be something that gets you into wanting to know about that world, and it's normally trauma. Let's be real.
One call was the only one received reporting a child on the interstate, despite the presence of many other vehicles on the roadway during this time. 2 minutes later,
Okay.
at about 9:36 p.m., CARLEE called her brother's girlfriend and stopped to check on the boy. According to CARLEE's mother, the brother's girlfriend heard CARLEE say, "Are you okay?" Presumably, the question was directed at the boy on the side of the interstate. The brother's girlfriend did not hear a response from the boy. Moments later, she heard CARLEE screaming, followed by the sound of traffic on the interstate. The police arrived on the scene within 5 minutes, but could not find CARLEE or the child.
I thought she called her sister. I didn't know she called her boyfriend sister. Wait. Child, speed me up.
CARLEE's Mercedes-Benz was on the shoulder of the interstate. The engine was running. And
The
door
way
was
you
open.
keep saying
Presumably,
Benz.
They were referring to the driver's side door. CARLEE's cell phone, hat, and wig were on the ground. Her purse was found inside her vehicle.
I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting to hear wig. I really don't know too much. I don't know enough details, okay? Forgive me.
The police desperately searched for CARLEE without success, as the case gained national attention.
National.
There was a traffic surveillance camera on Interstate 459 where CARLEE stopped her vehicle. This
Okay.
camera captured CARLEE's Mercedes-Benz pulling onto the shoulder of the interstate on the southbound side.
Okay.
The hazard lights of her vehicle were activated. CARLEE's vehicle appeared to travel for several hundred feet on the shoulder before coming to a stop. She can be seen exiting the driver's side of her vehicle and walking around the back to the passenger side. Eventually, the police can be observed arriving at the scene. During the portion of the video that has been released, only CARLEE can be seen by her vehicle. There is no child, there is no other vehicle, there is no kidnapper, no one else is there. There's a lot of traffic, but nobody else stopped. Again, CARLEE reported seeing a child on the interstate, so he should have been there when she was pulling over. The police received a tip about a gray car and a man standing outside of CARLEE's vehicle during the time of the incident. but they disregarded that tip because it did not match what had been captured on the video. On Saturday, July 15, 2023, 2 days after CARLEE went missing, her family called the police during the evening and told them that CARLEE had called them. CARLEE stated that she was at the Red Roof Inn on Montgomery Highway in
Red
Birmingham,
Roof.
Alabama.
Ooh.
It's not exactly clear what happened, but CARLEE was not found there when people went looking for her. At about 10:44 p.m., CARLEE arrived to her family's home. Evidently, she made her way there on foot. She was
Wait, so she's a nursing so is she trying to be like a psychiatrist? What is going on with this story?
transported to a hospital. CARLEE was treated and released. She made a statement to the police, but they have not disclosed what she said or what she was doing during the 49 hours she was missing. Now moving to my analysis. This case has been controversial. Some people believe CARLEE's story. Other people have compared it to the case of Sherry Papini. This is a not-so-subtle way of implying that CARLEE was lying and staged her own kidnapping.
Yeah, people are saying she's
lying. In addition to
lying.
these two theories, there are those who believe that CARLEE may have experienced a
Like
mental
Candace
health
Owens
episode.
was just...
So there was no kidnapping, but there was no lying either. CARLEE did not understand what she was doing. Let's take a look at the evidence both for and against the idea that CARLEE was kidnapped. Starting with the factors that support this theory. CARLEE called 911 and said there was a boy on the side of the interstate.
Okay.
She also called her brother's girlfriend and said the same thing.
Yeah.
CARLEE was studying to be a nurse. In general, nursing students are thought of as honest and as having integrity. It is a helping profession. There are several reasons to believe that CARLEE was inclined to tell the truth.
Right.
CARLEE was captured on video stopping her vehicle on the interstate, which is consistent with her 911 call. CARLEE left her vehicle and other property behind, which is what would most likely happen during a kidnapping. If CARLEE did not encounter someone else on the side of the interstate, how did she get away from the area before the police arrived? Again, they were there within 5 minutes. Even though there was no kidnapper captured on video surveillance, it's possible that CARLEE was kidnapped.
Here's my thing. Why didn't she call her parents? And I only say that because I know I would never call my parents. Absolutely not. If I was dying, those would be the last people I would call. But if you're close to your parents, wouldn't you call them, especially if you were like out and about getting food for your mom and stuff like that? Like, and wasn't her mom like crying about the incident too? Like, they just seem like they would probably have like a good relationship, you know what I mean? So why wouldn't you call her first?
Perhaps the assailant arrived outside
This
of the
whole
time
thing
frame
is so
of
weird.
the video, which was released to the public. There appears to be a gap of a few minutes between when her car stopped and when the police could be seen arriving. It's also possible that CARLEE made her way to an adjacent neighborhood and was kidnapped there. This would explain why the kidnapper was never seen. As far as the absence of a boy on the video surveillance, maybe CARLEE was simply mistaken. When she stopped to help the person who she thought was a boy, it turned out to be a kidnapper.
Right, maybe she thought she
Now moving
saw
to the factors that
something.
contradict the theory that CARLEE was kidnapped. Other than CARLEE's Mercedes, no other vehicle can be seen stopping along the interstate in the surveillance video. There was no boy on the video, not on the side of the interstate or anywhere else in the area. Even if the camera somehow missed the child, it's difficult to believe that no other motorist would have reported seeing him.
Listen, if she lied like on some serious stuff, if this is like all a hoax and she seriously lied, I really think it's warranted for prison time. I know some people are in the comments saying jail. No, this is prison.
You're not going to jail. You're going to prison.
This is prison, okay? There's too much going on in the freaking world to be doing this and just wasting resources. Not even just resources, but energy. Energy, emotions, it's just unnecessary.
It is unusual to see a toddler on the interstate.
So unnecessary.
Most people would pay attention to that and think to themselves, they should call someone. Out of the myriad drivers and passengers passing by, CARLEE was the only person to see the boy. Prior to stopping her vehicle, CARLEE drove for several hundred feet on the shoulder.
Is she
with
on
her
like
hazard lights on.
medication or something?
How could she have seen the boy from that distance? So she was the only person to see the boy, and she saw him at an incredible distance. CARLEE exited her vehicle and was presumably interacting with a boy who was not actually there. In addition to no one else calling 911
Really?
about a boy along the
So it's
interstate,
confirmed there was no
report
boy.
about a missing child in the area.
Oh, wow.
The location where CARLEE stopped along the interstate just happened to be near a neighborhood and near an exit. This would be a good place to meet with somebody.
So this
if
is
one
going to
was
be an
perpetrating a
insanity
hoax
case.
and wanted to get away quickly. It is very unusual for a kidnapper to use a child to lure a victim. If a kidnapper was going to do this, presumably they would have been targeting a female old enough to drive. How would the kidnapper have known that a female driver alone in a vehicle would be the one who stopped? It could have been a police officer who stopped or multiple.
See, and then that my imaginative brain goes into, you know, the why can't I think of it right now? Mystical. I start thinking of, okay, what if it was a demon or a ghost or the devil and they were just tricking her and then using her, but at the same time, you know, that's like my fantasy thriller Netflix series Black Mirror coming into my head.
Multiple people could have stopped. There were many ways for this boy along the interstate tactic to fail. It would almost certainly have failed.
Ooh,
The report about CARLEE being at the Red Roof Inn seems suspicious. Maybe she was never there, but if she was, why would a perpetrator bring her there? Was he trying to make sure that CARLEE had an even more disappointing kidnapping experience than expected? Also, why would he let her make a phone call? It's like this assailant forgot to read the kidnapper's handbook.
Okay, now pause. Let's talk about Dr. Todd Grande right now. He's so polished now. He's so polished. I feel like even if he had a joke, he cut it out. He cut it out. Wow. Remember the days there was, okay, again, if you don't know who this is, I used to react to him because he would have these just really underlined insults with a straight face. I'm talking like sarcasm galore. And it was just a cheeky little time back then, you know? Wow. I feel like the only thing I'm picking up here is the Mercedes Benz, and I guess the wig. I mean, not really. I just had no idea that there was actually a wig found.
When CARLEE returned to her parents' home and made a statement to the police, why didn't the police immediately arrest the assailant? One would think that this would be a priority, mostly because of the kidnapping part. The police clearly know more information than they made public. If there was really a kidnapper on the
That's
loose,
what I'm saying.
why haven't they notified
What
the
is
public
going
about
on?
the danger? It seems like they don't believe there is a danger to the public. When considering all the evidence available at the time I'm making this video, do I think that CARLEE Russell was kidnapped? No, I do not believe that she was kidnapped. If she really was abducted, her experience represents one of the...
You see that jump cut? Did you see that jump cut? Oh my gosh. Wow. It's so different now. Oh my goodness. Dr. Todd Grande. You are serious now. You're very much... You have taken the criticism, I can see.
the most incredible and unlikely kidnappings
And
that has ever
changed
occurred.
it.
It is worth noting that even though I think that CARLEE was never kidnapped, this doesn't necessarily mean that she was lying. As I talked about before, she may have been suffering from some type of mental health episode. This
Right.
would also explain why the police have been so careful about releasing information. Maybe they don't want to accuse her of anything because they're not certain that she knew what she was doing.
Interesting.
CARLEE's mother made a statement during an interview that I found to be curious. She suggested that during the incident, CARLEE had been mentally fighting for her life. Now, she
Oh,
also
really?
mentioned physical fighting, but this is still an unusual thing to say under the circumstances. Perhaps there was a kidnapping. CARLEE's mind was
I
the
know
victim,
that feeling,
and a mental health condition
child.
was the perpetrator. There's no way to know for certain. If this was a mental health episode, I don't think that any charges should be filed. This should really be dealt with by mental health counselors. One could argue that CARLEE has suffered enough. She was away from home for 2 days. She's now the object of an incredible amount of scrutiny.
Okay, let's talk about it because I read the comments, okay? And as somebody who definitely understands that realm of life, tell me what you think about the people who are just like they write mental health off now, because it's happened so much in so many different categories and so many people taking advantage of their disorder and doing this, that, and the third, and basically just making it to where people are just like, you know what, that's not an excuse anymore. Okay, it's not an excuse. Figure it out. There was 30, 40, 50 something years of people that had mental problems and they were either in a hospital and that was it. We didn't give them, flybys of doing, oh, well, this person is like this. So, that's just how it is. How do you guys feel about that? Because on some circumstances, when I'm reading it, it makes sense. And then on other circumstances, I'm just like, well, no, that person literally touched a 3-year-old. And then there's someone in the comments like, well, maybe his mental health was... You know what I'm saying? Tell me where you lie on that. Because I feel when I see these comments, I'm so torn sometimes because there's so much that goes with it that it just really depends on each circumstance. It's just not just, it's just something that you have to look at a grand detail. You know what I mean? Because I know I struggle for sure. And I'm the person that definitely talk about it. I don't like to shy away from it at all whatsoever. I'm definitely pretty vocal about it because it's just who I am. I spent way too many years being quiet about it. So it's just like, I'm just never going to be the person to just not say anything about it. So it's just like, what do you guys think about that? It's actually making me think about James Charles right now. I don't know why, but James Charles, on his please uncancel me spree that he got going on, girl, we're tired. Sister, sit down.
And she may have spent time at a Red Roof Inn. It seems clear that more information will be available about this case later. I'll provide an update
Clearly.
when that happens. Those are my thoughts on the case of CARLEE Russell. Please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue. As always, I hope you found my analysis of this topic to be informative. Thanks for watching.
Bye, Dr. freaking Grande. Wow. That man is so different now. I did not smirk or chuckle not once. Not one time, you guys. Wow, I'm so surprised. I'm so I am so surprised. I mean, obviously I did buy the Mercedes Benz, but again, for those that have watched, if you have seen this man's channel years ago, wow, it's like night and day. Is he being careful now? Can you guys let me know? Because I actually really don't know, and I'm very curious now. Is this his new thing? Like he's like more careful about how he analyzes and talks about situations? Because when I tell you, this man used to be. Anyways, let me shut up. I'm gonna go wash my face and go get some coffee and just do my best to be positive, right? Go to the gym, all that good stuff. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Let me know what you think about CARLEE Russell, okay? Because it is a shame. It is a shame, and there's too many moving parts now. Because at first I was like, black girl, what you doing? Why you lying? And now I'm like, wait, did she think she saw something, but she didn't see it? I don't know. And now we got psychology in the mix. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But I do think, yes, it is strange that she looked up Taken before all of this happened. So that is already putting people in the mind frame as, oh, she probably planned this. But you know what I'm thinking? She could have. Dang, actually, no, that doesn't work either because she called. See, I was thinking maybe it was just like a failed suicide attempt. And she just tried to make it look like a kidnapping. Because she failed. Because when you fail at it, ooh, it's the worst feeling in the world. Let me tell you, been there. It's a very bad feeling. I don't know, but let me know your thoughts. I'm honestly genuinely curious. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you in the next one. If you made it all the way to the end and you're brand new here, thank you for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Help your girl out. And yeah, I will see y'all later. Most likely tomorrow. Fingers crossed. We'll see how I feel. Bye.
Put it out the coupe in the lot, 12 for a squat, busting all the bells out the box, hit the lick.